Boy, oh boy, oh boy. First of all, this is the first Auction League video, and I want to come right out and say you're welcome to the members of the Auction League that don't have the privilege of being in the Money League, catching my videos, catching the fire I throw out there week in, week out. This week, though, I'm going to do a little bit different. There's no real segments here, no real craziness. I'm just going to run through a little tidbit on each team, on each owner, and then get into the matchups, get into the playoffs. Feeling jazzed up. I'm playing Mikey. I'm pumped about it. Nothing better than playing Mikey in the playoffs. This is definitely a momentous and special day here in the Auction League. Someone's taking some initiative and putting a video up, doing something above and beyond what the fucking website does, because that's not enough. And Mikey, when are you going to start coming through in the clutch and stop saying you're going to do something and not do something? Because that's when it gets a little ridiculous. There's two guarantees that you're going to come through on, Mikey, in life. One is your fat nose, that will always be there, and the other is your fat jaw. That will always be there. The only two. Alright, that's enough of the intro. This is playoffs week 2. I'm ready to rock and roll. Kate's ruining my video over here with the noise. I don't know what she's filling up water for in a pan. Anyways, I'm going to go over each team, one quick sentence on you all, and then I'm going to get into the matchups. Bowman, I already posted it. 2 years running, you're in last place. Step it up. Miguel, see ya. How about you take a couple years off, practice, do whatever you got to do to get better, because if we like you, you just suck. And then come back and see us. Nutso, Betso, all I got to say is I love you. That's basically it. You know, I beat you this year a couple times. Cuba, this is your fucking league. Take the reins. Do a video. Do something. And you lost to a team without a quarterback in the playoffs. Joel, I went back, took a look. I'm 4-0 against you in 2 years in the auction. Plain and simple, I own you. You suck. Vincent, last year was a Fugazi championship. You cheated your way to that championship. You stole Bradshaw from me, and that'll always go down as a Fugazi championship. Remember that. But I love you, Vinny. JJ, I know it was a tough year in the money, but it was equally as tough for you in this league. You didn't make the fucking playoffs. Represent the Money League. Come on. Put it together. Mikey Campy, and I saved you for last because I love you the most. All I have to say is your team was beast mode all year. You ran into a buzzsaw last week, but I'm really pulling. I want you in the Money League this year. I don't want you getting mad at me. I just hope it works out. I really do. I'm pulling for it. So maybe it works out. You might be in the Money League, Mikey. On to the matchups. First matchup we're going to go over is Sweet versus Chad. Somehow, the reason I didn't get into the 4 teams left is because I'm going to do that now in the matchups, because we deserve to have matchups. On video, Cuba. Sweet versus Chad. Sweet. Fucking blowing through teams without a quarterback. It's insane. Ray Rice is a beast. AP's coming back. Gronk is unfucking real. But you're facing Chad. Chad's one of the highest scoring teams in the league. The second highest scoring team in the league. Quarterback Breeze versus nobody. I got to give the edge to Breeze here. Obviously, he's facing Minnesota. They suck. He's going to have a huge 40 to 50 point week. Nothing you could do about it, Sweet. There's nothing you could do about it. But running backs, MJD, Frank Gore. Gore's banged up. MJD, I don't know if he's going to have a game like he had last week, but he's been really killing it. But Ray Rice, hands down the best PPR running back out there. Even better than Shady, in my opinion. AP could be back. I'm giving the edge to you on that one, Sweet. Wide receivers, I'm going a straight wash on the 2 wide receivers. You got Nix and Welker, who are both really good wide receivers, versus Victor Cruz and then Darius Hayward-Bay. I think Victor Cruz has got a better matchup. That's why I'm washing him. Hayward-Bay, I don't think is going to have a huge game, but maybe just enough to get you through. And then we're on to the flex. Felix Jones, that's a huge injury for you, Sweet, with DeMarco Murray going down. Pardon me there. Felix Jones blew up last week. He's going to blow up again this week. He's going to kill that Tampa Bay team, running and receiving. Floyd, Malcolm Floyd, I'm sure you got something else cooked up your sleeve, Chad, but Floyd's a shitty flex. Big advantage over to Sweet. And tight end, Gates versus Gronk. Gronk's going to kill it. Tight ends don't do well against Baltimore. Gronk kills everybody. And although, I originally picked Chad, but it's just there's some air. It's like Tebow magic with Sweet's team with no quarterback. I'm going Sweet here. It always happens this way. No quarterback. Sweet gets through because Gronk's going to bite you in the ass, Chad, in this league, although he's going to really help you in the other league. So I'm going Sweet. Upset. No quarterback. Boom. Game breaker. Felix Jones has a nice 18 to 20 point day. 1 touchdown rushing, 1 touchdown receiving. He's going to help out my boy, too. On to matchup number 2. Mikey versus me. This is a rivalry for anyone that's not in the Money League. Me and Mikey, we have a mutual respect for each other, but we love to play each other in the playoffs, and we love beating each other. It's not as big as him and Clint. It's not as big as me versus Kuba, but this is that secondary kind of, rivalry. It's exactly what it is. Matchups, on to the matchups. Quarterbacks. Romo has been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the past month and a half. Ever since I traded for him, the dude's been a fucking monster. Last week, putting up 50 points. Fantastic. Fantastic. Vic off of injury, going against the Jets. Last week, mediocre. This week, less mediocre. Big advantage over to Romo, over to me. On to the running backs. Beanie Wells versus Cleveland. He's on that hot, cold type of streak. Bad game, follows up with 200 and a touchdown. Bad game last week, he's got a $115, 2 touchdowns this week. Reggie Bush has all of a sudden become resurrected and is USC Reggie Bush. Marshawn Lynch, yes, is an absolute monster. Tough matchup, though, against Chicago. SJ39, gonna have a decent day, but nothing monstrous. My running backs get the edge over you, Mikey. Obviously, you get the edge in wide receivers, Fitz and Jordy versus Quan or Deshaun Jackson and Stevie Johnson. Larry Fitz is just a fucking beast. Not to mention Jordy Nelson, now the number 1 over there in Green Bay. This is where, if you beat me, Mikey, this is where it's going to happen with these two guys. But Stevie Johnson's a fucking beast the last month and a half. He just like Romo, when I pick him up, all of a sudden he starts blowing up. Fantastic trade for me. I know Cam Newton's a keeper. He's a keeper for a long time. But for this year, I was putting it in, and now I'm in the semis on the brink of the Super Bowl. On to the flex. Steve Smith versus Ryan Matthews. Steve Smith doesn't have the greatest matchup. Neither does Ryan Matthews. But Matthews has that dual running and receiving threat. I'm giving this a complete wash on the flex. Tight end obviously goes to Ewan Witten, even though I don't think he's going to have a huge game. He's going to have a decent game. I think, like I said in the Money League video, if you caught that, Mikey, I think he's going to disappear a little bit because there's too many wide receiver weapons, and Romo's going to take shots down the field in this game. I don't have a tight end because my guy decided to smoke dope, do something, and get suspended. But the bottom line is that edge goes to you. Bottom line is the game edge goes to me. I never pick against myself. I don't give a fuck who I'm playing and what my matchups are. That would just be stupid. Game breaker, Beanie Wells. Like I said, a $150, 2 touchdowns. How you doing? Sweet upset in Chad. I'm taking down Mikey. Me versus Sweet. Me versus the quarterbackless team in the Super Bowl next week. Get ready for it, Sweet, because it's going to be one hell of a ride, baby.